why we see this drive, this determination by some of these illegal immigrants to get across the border at whatever cost. If that means assaulting a soldier or a law enforcement officer or a Border Patrol agent, they will do that to get across the border because they know the end result is they will be rewarded, they will be incentivized, and they will be released to the country.
LT, yesterday at the White House press briefing, Karine Jean-Pierre was asked about this. Here's what she said. Listen.
Has the president seen that dramatic video of migrants surging past National Guardsmen in Texas and in El Paso?
I mean, look, I have not spoken to the president about that video. What I can say is this, I really truly believe that's a question for, the Republican governor of Texas, right? This is something that he should address, that he should actually speak to.
That was a bit confusing. What did you make of it?
Griff, I mean, at this point, the last 3 years, we continue to see this gaslighting, from the federal government to the American people. They continue to deflect and blame Texas. And then that's a perfect example, blaming Governor Abbott for what happened in El Paso. The fact of the matter is that we have been addressing this issue for the last 3 years with Operation Lone Star. The amount of arrests that our troopers have made, over 41,000 criminal arrests, the amount of drugs that we have seized from criminals, human smugglers, rescuing children. Also the fact that, in Texas, our legislatures are trying to pass a law that would give our Texas law enforcement a much broader authority to arrest unlawful crossings. And that would have been a perfect example in El Paso, Texas. If SB 4, which is Senate Bill 4, which would allow us to arrest for unlawful entry, we would have been able to arrest every single individual that took place that was involved in that situation and arrest them for unlawful entry. So we have the tools in place, but the federal government continues to challenge us with lawsuits and try to stop Governor Abbott from doing his job, and that's protecting his state and also the country. So we have been addressing this issue. The fact is they've refused to acknowledge the issue because they have deliberately caused the situation at the border.
Well, and that was really my question. I was very fascinated to hear you describe how it would have been different. Now, lastly, in the last 30 seconds I've got with you, what is the timeline of when Texas would possibly be able to do more on your own to try and secure the border?
Well, of course, we're still waiting for this ruling. We got to see what's going to happen with the Senate Bill 4, but it would be a very effective tool for us, for DPS, especially that we have troopers working along the border near the river with Border Patrol agents, and it would act as a deterrent. We could actually arrest people that we could actually see crossing between a port of entry and hold them accountable. That in itself will be a deterrent, and I think we'll see more illegal crossings take place or further west outside of Texas, like we're seeing right now in Arizona and California. So we need to have consequences. We need to have laws that would help us do our job more effectively.
Texas DPS Lieutenant Chris Olivares. Thank you, Lieutenant.